Good morning and welcome to P&B Morning Show, where politics meets business and the real issues take center stage. Today we are looking at two issues that defines the state of the nation. The shocking revelation why the finance minister was sacked and the decision by the Supreme Court over the ADC party dispute. Ministers are appointees of the president. They form part of his cabinets and are saddled with different responsibility. However, it is also the constitutional right and prerogative of the president to also fire. But in this case, we are looking at the reasons why President Bola Ahmed Tinubu decided to sack his finance minister, Mr. Wale Edun, barely 8 months to 2027 elections. Today, we are going to analyze the main reasons why Mr. Edun was removed out of office. At the same time, away from Mr. Edun's saga, let's dive into the intricacies surrounding the decisions of the Apex Court to reserve judgment in ADC leadership tussle. Considering the sensitive nature of the matter, vis-a-vis the political timing and lined-up programs staring the ADC at their face. This further triggers widespread criticism, stating that there is more to this than meets the eye. Some may argue that it is an alleged political script aimed at undermining opposition as we approach 2027 elections. Some might also argue that is of the opinion, rather, that it is a political calculation to dismantle the ADC. Let's hear your thoughts. What do you think? All right, this morning we connect the dots between leadership, accountability, and delivery, because in the end, government is not just about winning an election, but it's about making life better. Stay with us. We shall be back to look at what the newspapers have for us. I am yours truly, Chidi Kenneth, and I have with me my co-host and presenter, Mr. Ibrahim Shaibu. Good morning, sir.
Morning, Mr. CK. Morning, viewers, for being with us.
I can see you are ready. You are set to
of course.
Look into Nigeria.
Yes.
Let's call it Nigeria because
our very own Nigeria.
Before we started this conversation, we were arguing something. I said, Nigeria is beautiful. You just have to act like you said we are sentimental.
I don't want to tell you guys the truth of what we discussed. Anyway, I told you that discussion will continue behind
it. It will not continue.
It will. I will not allow you to rest until we settle that discussion.
I've settled it because I'm a Nigerian.
That particular one is not for the viewers. It's not for the viewers.
Well, whatever you want to say, the truth is bitter, and we must say the way it is.
That's your truth. I also consider mine to be the truth.
Okay, yes. So truth is based on your perception.
Of course.
Well, I am of the opinion that truth is a mirage. There is no truth anywhere. However, there is an iota of truth.
Still, that discussion will continue.
Okay, like as usual, we're going to dive into the newspaper review this morning, and then let's hope that we don't get to see killings.
Exactly, we don't get to see bloodshed. We don't get to see insurgency activities or banditry activities because we continuously lose Nigerians to these two menaces that have been bedeviling us for ages. I hope at least we'll see a day whereby it passes without any death or any kidnap or anything of that nature. All
right, we shall be back. Let's go on a short break, and when we return, we'll dive straight into the newspaper review. This is P&B Morning Show here in the city of Abuja. Stay tuned. We shall be right back. All right, welcome back to P&B Morning Show. And my name is Tichidi Kenneth, and I still have with me here Mr. Ibrahim Shaibu. Mr. Shaibu, newspaper review this morning.
Yes.
You know, each time we approach the papers is another time to see what is going on and to bring Nigerians up to speed.
Exactly.
What is happening around us
in our dear country.
Yes. You know, the newspaper is one of those medium where we, you know, try to unravel and expose happenings within us.
Exactly.
And, we have so many of them. We have the Guardian, the Tribune, and the rest. So let's see the first one here. Can we have it? Oh, the Daily Trust is the first we have this morning.
Yes.
72 hours deadline. Borno families fear for 416 captives.
Wow.
72 hours deadline. Borno families fear for 416 captives.
Oh, that probably means 416 people have been abducted, maybe by the Boko Haram insurgent, and then they were given 72 hours for the government to respond. This is sad. We are just saying that we hope we will not see any of such happenings today. But like always, we always get disappointed. By the time we begin to look at the papers, we'll definitely
we keep seeing some very traumatic news.
Honestly speaking, I'm looking forward to a day when we cannot see any in any of the Nigerian dailies.
A few years down the line, we didn't get to see all these things, and so like some we argue that this is not good for our mental health.
Honestly,
each time you tune to the televisions,
honestly,
you see 72 hour deadline. Borno families fear for 416 captives.
At what point were these people? Were they abducted collectively together, 416, or maybe they were abducted from different points?
We've seen, of course, we've seen where the Chibok girls, close to 300 girls, were kidnapped.
Yeah.
And sometimes I begin to imagine, how did they convey these people? These are the, you know, the common sense I'm trying to apply to the, you know, the logic I'm trying to apply to the scenario.
Really, some of these things.
You know, you know what it is to kidnap 300 people?
Yeah, that is it, do. How can they?
How do they carry them? How do they convey them?
Move them around. Honestly,
how do you achieve that in hours? Nobody is coming to.
Yes. No government
intervention, nothing
by the military or by the police or by any security agencies. You drive 400 or 300 people through the bush for hours for this possibly.
Let's look. Let's see. Let's go. Can you take it up a bit? Up. Zoom it. Yes, zoom it, please. Let's see.
Okay. This is happening in Borno.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
alleged coup plots. 16 arraigned suspects. Trial begins Monday. So eventually, you know, trials.
The alleged coup plotters will be tried on Monday.
Will be tried on Monday.
This is one of the things the families have been craving for a long time. Either release them, clear them, or either let them face a trial. At least this is a positive steps in the right direction for now, because you can
now we have COVID
10 people without actually trying them.
Yes, that is as enshrined in the law.
Exactly.
You know, now COVID-19 is resurfacing again.
Yes.
And this time around we have 10 suspected cases, all in Cross River.
Wow.
All in Cross River.
Before you say it was only one.
A Chinese
foreigner from Taiwan, Chinese. And now from one, it has escalated into 10.
Well,
and that's one.
Why the Chinese man?
Trend. Why? No.
The Chinese, you know,
they have right.
No, I mean, it's a foreigner.
Yes, but there are possibly investors coming to Nigeria to invest. You know, the Chinese are very enterprising people, and they are all over the place, all over Africa. So we can't say why a Chinese. And normally,
why a Chinese expert?
Even COVID in the first place came from China. You understand? The COVID itself started from China. So now, yes, just the day before yesterday it was 1, and now it is 10.
You know, there's this conspiracy theory that Chinese people are fond of eating all kinds of.
Anything goes for the Chinese.
Anything goes. Cockroach.
Says even cockroach, even scorpion. I hope they don't hear us.
Well, it's a fact.
Even ants. Anything is food there, I'm telling you.
Anything is food.
Very, very proteinous. That is why they have very long longevity. Them and Japanese. Japanese man can stay for 170, 140 years.
Wow.
They have very long longevity.
Let's see the other.
Benga Hashim meets Falana, vows resistance to one-party agenda in Nigeria. That's interesting. And this is coming from the Southwesterners themselves. See,
Benga Hashim.
Because the body language
is tilting towards that.
Exactly. Politicians, civil society organizations, business people, even traditional rulers, church members, religious leaders, church clerics, clergy from both across different religions are expressing their fears and their concern about the direction the government is leaning towards as regards our political, as regards its political agenda.
You know, let me tell you something.
Yeah.
I would like to say something a little bit psychological here. You may sound very weird, but that's the truth. You know, for the likes of us who understand personality traits,
exactly,
I'm not in any way surprised of what is going on.
Yeah, I understand. I can
the president is an Aryan. One of the major negative traits of an Aryan is monopolistic. Dangote is an Aryan. They go and Google it. I stand to be corrected. So anybody listening to me,
they tend to manipulate situations.
No, they are pure. They don't believe in rivalry.
They can do whatever to suppress that.
Yes, I have friends who are Aryans. They are like that. In fact, one of my friends resigned because they employed somebody to supervise his work. He's an Aryan, 19th of April.
So that person happens to be Aryan, so he just couldn't.
No, him himself is an Aryan. He said he cannot submit himself for somebody to supervise him. And left a very juicy job that was taking good care of. Guess what? He is suffering today, but he doesn't care because he doesn't want to be supervised. He just wants to be in charge.
Wow.
So easy and so on and so forth. So from somebody like Trump and somebody like us who dived into little, knowledge about personality traits and the rest of them, some of the things happening where I am not happening now, then it's not a surprise to me.
Yeah,
it's not a surprise to me.
These 416 captives, I just read that they were together abducted from Gonge in Goza local government area of Borno State. Has relieved the agonizing moment terrorists invaded the community and anguish they have endured since the victims have been held on stage. Wow, they are all from one place, Ngoshe in Goza local government. 400. Wow. Ngoshe is a small village just few kilometers from Goza local government.
From Goza, the popular Goza.
The popular Goza, where these mobile police are,
special forces
are being trained. It's a very mountainous area in southern Borno.
And then 416.
Exactly.
Wow.
400. Together, they were collectively taken from their village.
416.
416. So you see, this is just a repetition of the abduction of those Chibok girls when they came and took the whole of them from one school. You can't understand such situation. I can't understand, honestly speaking. How can a group of terrorists go and take a whole school or a whole community and drag them into the bush without any help from any government agency, security agency coming to their rescue? How many hours did they take to move them out from that place? Wasn't there any security intelligence report? Was there nobody watching? Don't we have a
but these are the questions. These are the questions people should be asking.
That is why we are asking it now. Were there no military bases around those places that can be signaled and intelligently informed that this is what is happening in so place? There was a Nigerian Air Force base in Maiduguri. And from Maiduguri to Goza, how many hours will it take for the Air Force to at least provide help?
Is it Benishek? You said there's an Air Force is in Benishek or something?
No, the airport is in Maiduguri, around the Maiduguri airport place, very close to Kondoga, where the last crisis took, where the last attack took place.
So what is going on?
I can't understand. Honestly speaking, Nigerians are. You see, this is another reason, because the situation keeps escalating with the coming of this administration, and especially with the coming of the Americans to form a base here in Nigeria. 100
of them landed in Borno State.
Exactly. Instead of things to improve, things are getting worse and worse ever since they stepped in.
And we've seen movies where Marines will go to a community and take over and do things and perform wonders.
It's just movie.
It's just a movie?
It's just movie stunts. I'm telling you.
So are you saying those things that were used to see in the movies were just mere abracadabra?
It's abracadabra.
Abracadabra.
Don't make me pronounce difficult words. Honestly, why can't we see this abracadabra happening in Borno?
Well,
and they are especially there. And this started, I keep becoming worse and worse and worse. It is escalating. When is the last time that we had a whole community or a health school being abducted like that in Borno?
Now we're talking about 416.
This is even larger than the Chibok girls. The Chibok girls, I think,
almost twice.
300 plus. This is 400 plus, 416.
And then to make matters worse, it is close to Goza.
They described the message as a final warning to the Nigerian government and local stakeholders. These are the bandits speaking here. These are the terrorists speaking here.
Final warning.
Yes. On their Facebook, Bosia.
Okay, the Facebook page of Borno South Youth Alliance, that's Bosia, demanded a 5 billion ransom and issued a 72-hour ultimatum for the payment to be made with a threat to harm the captives if the deadline failed.
See boldness.
They're going to kill them. To harm them means they're going to maim them now. Am I correct?
Exactly.
So please, can you zoom that part of Yusufa? Zoom it very well, please, so we can read that for Nigerians to see.
They use a Facebook page of one youth association in to make those claims.
Yes.
The insurgent had in a viral statement on Sunday, published on the Facebook page of Borno South Youth Alliance, Bosia, demanded a 5 billion naira ransom and issued 72-hour ultimatum for the payment to be made, with a threat to harm the captives if the deadline failed. They described the message as a final warning to the Nigerian government and local stakeholders. See how bold these people are becoming.
Well,
in a statement on Monday, Bosia called on the president, Tinubu, Governor, and Aliko Dangote, and other philanthropists to assist in securing the rescue of the victims. So our Nigerians are even giving up. They are not even begging the government to pay the ransom so that at least the victim will be.
So if you cannot beat them, what do you do?
You can't join them. I can't advise join them.
Okay.
Honestly,
but in this case, we are within the lion and the deep blue sea.
Fight them to the last drop of blood. That is what Nigerian security agency should be doing. That's what the government will be.
Are we ill-equipped? Do we not have them? But
I think personally,
we've seen the aircraft. We've seen the nav base going to bomb Jili markets.
But what are these monies being used to? If we cannot equip the military in such a
were you not there when we saw 7% disbursement?
Exactly.
And out of 7% disbursement,
the other percentage is going for
the presidential fleet.
Exactly. So if you let go and die,
is that likely to set
by implication?
By implication?
Yes. Me, I have to drive in a very comfortable private jet.
416 we are talking about here.
Very sorry situation.
It's indeed, very sorry situation, I must say. Let's go to the next newspaper because this is already disturbing my mind this morning.
Yes.
And they have the audacity to make posts and then come to think of it, they are making a post in a bush and then somebody will not transmit results in real time.
Exactly. And
you can see that there is no honesty in this whole entire thing.
There is no, honestly speaking.
And somebody will come and tell me that there should be, manual collation. And then this is a message sent online.
From the bush.
Goza. Do you know where this place is?
It's my set. I know. I've been to Goza.
Thousands of kilometers from
Goza, I think twice. Twice, yes. I've been to Goza, I think twice. Honestly speaking.
That is a place that is far from development. And then,
Nigerians.
Wait, I'm coming. And then there is network there.
Of course now.
And somebody
use Facebook page of another organization. It's just like me hacking into a Facebook page and then making demands on the government.
The problem there is that the network went.
That is it. The way the network it was functional.
Just like somebody will say, if those days NEPA will take NEPA bill.
I think they even put the
NEPA will take NEPA bill to every nook and cranny of Nigeria. But when it comes to an INEC transmitting results, a network cannot get to.
Network cannot function. So when it comes to insurgency crisis, network
can function.
But
when it comes to transmitting results in real time.
Exactly. So but it's very, very disappointing.
There are a lot of alleged
That is why
insincerity.
it claims by some Nigerians that there is a deep political interest in this ongoing insurgency crisis in Nigeria may be justified. Because there are many Nigerians that are thinking that, well, it's the leaders that are playing politics with the lives of their citizens. There is a very large number of Nigerians that believe in that ideology.
Let's see what the guidance.
So it is still talking about the same thing, boldly, debate over security strategy as Senate demand rescue of 416 captives. Every day is the same story that we hear in Nigeria.
Wow.
You can never hear any story improving the life of Nigerians or major infrastructural development taking place somewhere, or
debate over security strategy as Senate demands rescue of 460 captives. Is it enough to demand?
Honestly,
is it enough to demand for them?
Is it enough?
It's not enough to demand. They should swing into action, because
exactly
this is the same country that went to Liberia, via ECOMOG, and then did wonders. Went to Sierra Leone.
Believe me sincerely, in some countries, when this continues, these are impeachable offenses in some countries. There's no business for administration to remain in power if
with this kind of issue
will keep dying every day in hundreds.
It has gotten to a level where there's some state of emergency should be declared in that area.
In some countries, the leadership will honorably resign their appointments, their offices. Once you cannot protect lives and property of your citizens, once you cannot,
up to the extent that they are making bold warnings.
Exactly. To the extent that insurgents are making bold demands, demanding huge amount of billions of naira,
5 billion.
And in the end, those monies may be released and they may still kill people, because I have seen a lot of this happen in the past. Bandits and insurgents will kidnap, abduct people. They will demand ransom. Ransom will be paid, and then at the end of the day, those people may not come back to.
It seems to me that the more we talk, at some point they changed their strategy by adopting, killing soldiers and officers. Then now we are seeing they are going back to soft targets.
You know that they have already sent the signals that they can do whatever they want. They can attack military, they can attack the police, they can attack communities, they can do whatever they wish.
Can you zoom it up? Let's go up, please. I think I see the INEC chairman, something about there. Up, please. Zoom a bit. Yes, zoom it, please.
INEC visits Labour Party Secretariat, verifies leadership and documents. INEC visits Labour Party Secretariat, verifies leadership and documents.
Okay, INEC is performing the oversight function.
Exactly.
Going to visit Labour Party Secretariat and then. Okay.
Unfortunately, Labour Party is not of the major political party.
It's not a threat.
Crisis. Yes, that is in crisis.
Let's just leave the word threat. They are not a threat.
It's not a threat.
Because
the ones that are threat, look at it there on the far left side of the screen.
Yes.
PDP, ADC kick as Supreme Court reserves judgment and leadership tussles.
This forms one of our basis of our major discussion.
Exactly.
Today. What is this? I wish we have a lawyer to tell us why judgment is being reserved. Why are you reserving judgment at such a sensitive time?
I'm not a lawyer, but me.
These are concerns.
Exactly.
We have barely 8 months to the election, and you are reserving judgment. And reserving judgment is not time bound. It's not connected to time.
It may be 1 week.
It may be 10 months.
10 weeks. It may be 1 month. It may be 10 months. It may be indefinitely. It may be after the 2027 election. And I think this is the body language. These are the signals.
Why reserving judgment?
I think it's payback time also for the judge, for the courts.
Now we're most likely going to witness a primaries next month, May 16th, 15th, and thereabouts. So many parties, the ADC is also warming up, PDP warming up, the APs. So why reserving judgment? Is it not better we just nick this issue on the board? I will nick it on the board, and then everybody moves on with their life. Let them know their fate. If ADC is still going to stand, if the leadership is going to stand or not, the court should decide. We don't have time. Time is not our friend. Some might see this issue as there is more than meets the eyes.
Exactly.
I don't know, allegedly.
In this very situation, whatever strong political activity either of the party engages in the long run, the INEC will now consider it as null and void because there are pending cases in court. That is one of the approaches. So in the end, I think we may likely see, if these things are not resolved by the court, we may likely see a situation whereby towards 2027, we'll only see one big, very large political party contesting for positions against smaller ants. Do you understand?
Well, like you have seen Hashim and Wenger kicking against one party system.
One party system.
It's like you know something about what is about to happen.
Exactly. Because in other African countries, I've seen a situation whereby the government was able to kill all other opposition parties through using government agencies and government resources, and then in the end sponsor 2 or 3 other smaller political parties to contest, so that
to make it look as if there's a process.
Exactly.
Now we are seeing that 6 suspected coup plotters plead not guilty.
The federal government 13 charges. Trial begins April 27.
Wow, but this, this debate over security strategy as Senate, demands rescue of 416. Am I dreaming?
No, this is reality. This is Nigeria for us.
How did we degenerate to this level?
Yeah, how did we? It's easy. Even a primary school child knows how we degenerated to this level. Should I tell you one?
I'm listening.
Very, 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 very bad leadership. Very, very bad leadership. That is our major problem in this country. Leadership that is not concerned about the lives of the citizen. Leadership whose primary interest is accusation of material acquisitiveness and Epicurean lifestyle. They must enjoy, them and their children. You, God hell, if you like.
Oh, well, I'm not going to hell.
We are in hell now.
What?
We are in here because you're sitting with one of your eyes only closed. Because you don't know what will happen tomorrow. Every day we sit down here to analyze things. The first thing I always say is that I hope today we will not see any casualty or deaths as a result of insurgency or banditry. Is that not what you say every day? And our producer, just to tempt us, he will just always select the papers that has this boldly written in the front page. Boom.
To arouse some kind of...
harass us.
Arouse us and, to paint it on our faces.
Exactly. The Ohode Siam.
All right, we have something that has to do with the court ruling here. Court ruling paves way for stricter consumer protection
in banking sector.
Okay.
Court ruling paves way for stricter consumer protection in banking sector.
And we have the picture boldly there, the picture of the president, the IG.
No, that one is speaking about the debate over security strategy. Yes, this one is totally a different page.
These are the men saddled with the responsibility to protect Nigeria. And I'm sure they are looking and they're seeing what is going on. And these are the faces that are responsible for our lives, for the life and security of Nigerians. Very, very big faces. You see them now like that. Please do something so that at least we'll have a breeze of fresh air. Which president says, as I am coming, you'll have a breeze of fresh air? I think it's Tinubu. So this is now the fresh air that we are breathing. What I do know, he said, is that if I don't give you in any means necessary, if you don't give me electricity, don't vote me for when I come up for second term. Don't vote for me. Exactly. That is the truth. Even the phrase of breathe air is one of his statements. That statement has been generating a lot of conspiracy theory. Honestly speaking, concerns. Even some skit makers have decided to make songs. Well, that's wait a minute. There's another interesting rider there. Nigeria records 4,200 weekly cyber attacks amid digital economic growth. Nigeria records 4,200 weekly cyber attacks amid digital economic growth. This is one of the activity that give us bad names previously. Yes. In the West, because Nigerians will go there and do so many cyber crimes and then come back. But at least I'm happy that this has reduced drastically as compared to the previous years. Because so many arrests have been done, and then Nigeria has been tagged as one country that is really notorious in that for cyber crimes. Okay, let's see. So the last, can you zoom zoom it a bit, move it a bit. Yes, the one with the yellow. Okay. Ndoka protesters blockade Delta government house over decades-long blackout. Ndoka protesters blockade Delta government house over decades of long blackout. So long blackout, no light. No light for a very long time. Decades. For decades. In this 21st century, somebody is staying without light for decades. I haven't had this kind of story in a long time. Without light, you are totally cut off from real life. Decades mean like 20 years. Yes, a decade is 10.
So there is an S there. So it probably 2 decades, 20 years.
Maybe when you grab the copy of the newspaper, you know
yes,
the number of...
these are born around that time.
Huh?
20 years. That's interesting.
Well, I don't know.
Wow. That is embarrassing.
It's appalling. It's appalling. Let's see what Tinubu makes fresh appointments in education agencies. Fresh appointments in education agencies. Well, all right. Adelabu
quits Federal Executive Council as presidency, clarifies cabinet exits amid anxiety over shakeup. Adelabu.
I think I read through the news also. I heard when talks were ongoing that he has a plan to resign finally and then pursue his ambition to become the next governor of, I think, is it Oyo State or something? We wish him well and hope that he wins. But some might also argue that as a minister of power, you know, we were just saying it yesterday that to reject the economy, you don't just need to allow Wale Edun to go. We need to also allow the minister of power because power and finance work hand in hand.
He might have probably seen her writing on the wall, so that's why he honorably resigned.
Well, allegedly, let's see.
Is there any person that's supposed to have gone a long time ago? Are those people that promise us light and we have not seen them? Then at least he's among them. Adelabu, he should have gone a long time ago. Maybe let him.
Well, he has apologized to you.
We don't like his apologies. We wanted to see power.
I want to see power, like Buhari said. Where is the power?
There is none. Even him after he has left, there is still no power.
Okay. Next newspaper, please. Tribune. Senate 6 probe.
Benue Benishek killings. Senate 6 probe decisive action. Yes, Benue and Benishek killings. Senate 6 probe. You know, that was what we discussed when the Benishek was attacked by the bandits that led to the loss of General Brahma. You are saying up to now we haven't seen any body language of the government to at least try to even probe. So at least this is coming up now.
Well, we're coming up at the time Brahma is now gone.
In peace, honestly speaking.
It's gone, and his files by now the bodies. So there are the cops are already decomposing.
Some riders there who want service chiefs to probe attack on Benishek, Mongolia military bases by insurgent. Military hit ISWAP logistic in Lake Chad, kill over 30 fighters. This is fresh. Military hits ISWAP logistic in Lake Chad and kill over 30 fighters. That's good. At least some of them are also
paying the price.
Then Plateau government files charges against 5 suspects over Angwon Rokoba killings. Plateau government files charges against 5 suspects over Angwon Rokoba killings.
Let's see any other rider there.
Yes, I can see His Excellency former President Jonathan. Okay. So we may go to the next page, I think. Next paper.
Okay. No. Not next newspaper, please. Go back to that same paper.
Okay.
Waiting game for ADC PDP continues.
Okay.
You can see that it's been tagged.
In connection with the
there's a tag.
Of the
no, the way it was put here, it was referred to as waiting game. So the game is a game.
Seriously.
You're laughing?
Yeah, of course I'm laughing now. I have to laugh now.
It's a waiting game. And what newspaper is this? Is it the Tribune?
We are in interesting times. Our Supreme Court reserves judgment.
Waiting game.
Keep faith alive. Turaki late camp says. ADC tell members. Weekends camp releases 2027 election timetable. House presidential primary in May 17. Another 6 representative rep members defect to ADC, APC. Another 6 reps members defect to ADC, says APC. APC retain majority with 282 seats, PDP with 30, ADC with 24, Labour Party with 10. So ADC that has not yet contested any election, they so far have 24 members in the reps. You can imagine that. But they haven't even contested.
They're not even done with their court case.
Exactly. They are not even done with their court case, but already have 24 House of Reps members.
By the time they are done, what happens?
They may be having the 282 now. I said May, M-A-Y. They made you happy to 282.
Please, can we just take it, move it a bit? Let's see the, no. Yes. Up. Do I have any caption there? Okay.
Public debt stock rises to 159.28 trillion. Public debt.
That's the one that tells you that you are owing 726,000.
And you too, huh? Me, I keep saying that I'm not owing anybody anything.
You are owing.
No, this is impressive.
Mr. Brian, you ate 724,000 naira, and your children, each of them ate 724,000 naira. I'm not the one saying it. That's what the paper is saying.
Make I not come there, go heaven. God, Allah will send me to Anna being Kamashi. So I will tell God, oh, me, I'm not owing anybody. That's 726. The people that went to the World Bank, or IMF and signed all those funny agreements and policies to take that loss, now them sabi.
Now it is clear. Adelabu resigns to face Oyo APC Guba battle. Do you see him winning the election as the governor of Oyo State?
I can't tell. I don't know much about Oyo politics, and then you cannot predict politics this time around. With I can't say.
Being a good party man and a very strong ally of the president,
I still can't see.
Okay.
I still can't see.
Alleged coup. Court reminds suspects in DSS custody. Others accelerated hearing. Okay, we are very hopeful that the accelerated hearing will be accelerated indeed, will be fast indeed, and say we can be done and dusted with this issue. These guys have been in detention.
That public debt stock rises. So we are now seeing federal government, state government, and local government sharing only 2.03 trillion in March revenue.
Let's go. Please take it down a bit. Up, please. Yes, let's go. Okay, take it down. Okay, do we have any other caption there?
Yes, Al-Makura faults Nasarawa governor over alleged breach of APC primary process. Al-Makura faults Nasarawa governor over alleged breach of APC primary process. So this is Nasarawa politics for us here. Probably the governor is doing some things that the former governor is not comfortable with, particularly as regards who inherits him. Because I read somewhere that he has already indicated one of the senators who he hopes will take over from him after he must have served his 2 terms. And then I think the former governor Al-Makura, that doesn't go well with the former governor of Nasarawa State, Al-Makura. Because him, to me, probably has his own agenda for this. They
always have the agendas,
exactly.
Past governors and present governors.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go to the newspaper. Before then, you see, I was making some form of analogy about personality traits, and I said I'm not surprised with what is going on now, with my little understanding about personality traits.
Yes.
And I said we have great leaders, who have businessmen who are Aryans, and I do what I know about Aryans.
You may wish to define or explain what you mean by Aryan, because not all Nigerians know actually what you are saying.
Aryans is the person. Aryans are people born within March 21 to April 19th.
Okay.
They are considered as Aryans. That is their zodiac, or what we call horoscope signs. Yeah. And one of the things Aryans are known for is that Aryans are monopolistic.
Okay.
Yes, you can go and Google it. It's there. First, you see their monopoly. They don't joke with it at all.
So I just realized that most time you bring about this, you might have seen, or we might have seen a headline that talks about certain politician or some politicians taking.
You know, what I have,
because I am talking about Al-Makura and.
No. I have studied. Yes, Aryans are politicians. 85% to 90% of Aryans are politicians. In fact, everybody born within the fire sign, the Aryans, the Leos, the Sagittarius, they are all over the political space in Nigeria. Wike is Sagittarius, Akpabio is Sagittarius, Buhari was Sagittarius. They are all over the place. Our current president is an Aryan. Aliko Dangote is an Aryan. Obi Kubana is an Aryan.
Who's Obi Kubana?
The current IG of police is an Aryan.
Okay, you
13th April.
You mentioned Obi.
Obi Kubana.
Is it the same Peter Abioho?
No, Obi Kubana, the business mogul.
Okay.
You understand me? So aliens are all over the place. They are natural politicians. Everybody born within the fire signs, they are natural politicians. It comes, politics is their best trade.
And do they do good there? Because to me, if you say somebody is a politician, I want to see a good politician, somebody that does positive things in his political life.
That's another discussion for. That's not up to you, but I'm just telling you that aliens are natural politicians.
Okay, let's
so everybody born within the fire signs are natural politicians.
So terrorism. Remu Tinubu seeks global support, engages ex-Archbishop of Canterbury. Remu Tinubu seeks global support, engages ex-Archbishop of Canterbury. Wants accurate narratives on national security challenges.
That's the blueprint.
Yes.
Remu Tinubu seeks global support, engages ex-Archbishop of Canterbury. All right, the blueprint is in approaching issues from another angle. We're not. They're not paying attention more on the 416 captives.
I don't understand that right now. The first lady is saying we want accurate narratives on national security challenges. I think the narratives being portrayed by major newspapers and media in Nigeria, I think is the right narratives. We cannot give narratives that are different from what obtains on the ground from the truth. You understand what I'm saying? But when leaders are talking about having accurate narrative, it signifies as if the narratives that we are having now is not the right narratives, is not the right stories. But in reality, those are the right stories. All those Nigerian dailies cannot go out of their way to go to the hot areas, fish out their stories, publish it on the daily paper, and then to assume to be wrong narratives.
I think we're seeing Jonathan. Is he sitting down with Tinubu there?
Yeah, I think he visited the president.
Yeah, with the president.
Senate urges CDS to probe Monguno Benishek attack. 11 killed in fresh assault. So about our two former and current president, is there any headline describing the meeting? Let's see what's written beneath them. President Bola Tinubu and former President Goodluck Jonathan during the latest visit to presidential villa on Wednesday. That was yesterday. But no paper carries the headline as to the purpose of the ex-president's meeting.
The meetings are always closed doors.
Exactly.
Behind closed doors. And some will be wondering, this door.
But I like the smiles that are flashing to Nigerians.
Well,
yeah, very beautiful. Everything is okay. Nigerians, everything is going well.
Is that the interpretation of the picture?
Of course, now. Because if things are going bad, they would have been frowning. To give us the impression that they are not.
So everything is going on well.
Yes, that is
what picture connotes.
That is the impression we are receiving from our leaders.
I think that is your opinion, Mr. Shaibu.
Of course, I'm expressing my opinion now.
Well, I don't know. I don't think so. Wike backed PDP pegs presidential form at 51 million. Governor 31 million. Am I correct?
Yeah, Wike backed PDP. The Wike PDP group is pegging presidential form at 51 million naira.
And governors 21 million.
So let's see the Turaki back PDP, how much they will put their presidential form at now.
Okay, let's see.
You know why I say that? It's a deliberate statement. Because every time we see any news about the PDP, they will always qualify it with either Wike backed or Turaki led. Do you understand?
Wike backed.
It's still showing that
the language is the narrative is Wike backed, Turaki led
or something led PDP. So that means there are arguably two PDPs already in place.
But why 51 million? Yes, when the likes of APC is gunning and pegging their own at 100 million.
No, I think it is the APC that was 100 million. Even
that was the APC, 100 million.
They came down. Honestly, the last one I saw was it's just about the same something, 51 million. I think
from presidential tickets?
I think so.
APC? APC is 100 million.
Yeah.
Governor 50 million.
Okay.
So is that making a bold statement that PDP is a lesser party or what? Why would they accept 150? Well, why would somebody
even see the wisdom in buying contest form at that outrageous amount?
Yeah, you are most likely not going to serve.
Exactly. You are going in there for business.
51 million.
Most likely. So Supreme Court reserves judgment on Turaki-led Turaki-led, Wike-backed.
Turaki-led.
Wike-backed. So Supreme Court reserves judgment on Turaki-led faction ADC disputes. Supreme Court reserves judgment on
We just hope that this reservation of judgment.
And look at another interesting thing. Why is the Supreme Court always favoring either if it is this thing PDP, it is always supporting the Wike-led and the ADC, but notice not anything going against the ruling party and the Wike-backed.
Well, that is why we're in political season.
It's payback time. It's payback time.
Payback time.
Yes.
Well, if you say so, I think we'll go with that. Okay, let's go to the next newspaper, please.
It's payback time.
Time is not on our side. Let's see how we can wrap it up quickly. The next newspaper, please. The Punch, 2027. Suspense as Supreme Court delays PDP ADC verdict. Suspense as Supreme Court delays. This time around, the Punch is not using the word reserve. They're using the word delay. Because why? Well, I think I want to align myself with that because I don't see any reason why the judgment should be reserved.
Honestly speaking.
Considering the sensitive nature of the matter,
honestly,
and vis-a-vis the timing, and so many programs lined up waiting to be attended to. This is not a time when
clear the ground for political parties to know.
Let's know where they are. Let everybody know. Let's know what we are up and against, and then we move on. Do you understand? I don't understand this. You know, after so much waiting, after so much tussle, ADC has suffered enough.
Honestly. And these are signs. Some may describe this to be sign for positive things to come. So,
well, if you say so, go up, please. Let's see.
Okay, Wike blocks sparks fresh PDP tension. Takes presidential form at 51 million for president and then governor at 21 million. Makinde come to Wike group. It is an exercise in futility. So there's even a matic. Okay, Makinde camp, Turaki-led, Wike
backed.
Good.
Makinde camp, Turaki-led,
exactly.
And Wike what?
Wike backed. Exactly. So Nigerian democracy at stake, says ADC, as a result of the Supreme Court suspense of the cases.
Well, the ABC is, providing the necessary function of what it takes to be an opposition.
Yeah.
Which is raising out, raising concerns. Okay, let's see up there.
Down. At it again, Federal government plans to borrow 700 billion naira via April bonds. You don't die, Federal government plans to borrow 700 billion naira via April bonds. What are we doing with all these monies? We don't see them.
I told you that they are only 724,000 naira.
So they are now going to increase it to maybe 1 million naira. Just like that. I'm sitting home in my own corner. Serious. Man.
Well, federal government plans to borrow. Well, borrowing is okay.
It's not okay if you don't know what you are doing with it. Let's see what is happening to those monies we are borrowing. That's the situation. Please don't say it's okay. Please.
It's okay.
Don't deceive Nigerians. It's not okay. Explain the previous borrowing that you did already. Let's see them. Let's see their impact on people. Why do we keep borrowing?
We just had a new Minister of Finance.
I'm very, very surprised at this Senate too. Why do they always keep approving things like that?
It's to better the lives of Nigerians.
Is your life being bettered? It's battered, not bettered. It's to batter. B-A, not B-E. It's to batter the lives of Nigerians. I can't explain nobody can explain these things. We keep borrowing and our life keep becoming worse and worse and worse and being battered all the day. And we keep borrowing. Can you imagine?
Now, insecurity. The Senate seeks campaign ban in 8 northern states. Senate is trying to say, there's insecurity in so and so states. Don't campaign.
Then later they'll say no election in those northern states. Probably.
Instead of being proactive, they are reacting.
Go and ensure that there is security in those states before the election happens. Why is saying that the people should not go and campaign? It's your primary responsibility to ensure that security exists for Nigerians. Nigerians enjoy security for their lives and for their.
Is that the best? Is that the best way out? To seek for to seek for the stoppage of campaign in those states?
In those 8 northern states. Then later you'll come and tell us that no, election material should not be sent to those places. It's not safe to conduct elections there. So you write
we may likely eventually or allegedly see results there.
Exactly.
You know, it has happened in one of those in my area, where election did not take place in one of the area councils or whatever. What year was that? I've forgotten. It's a long time. The result was mentioned there.
Honestly, Nigerians are watching. Nigerians are not fools. Nigerians are watching.
Now, Mr.
One good thing about Nigerian voters is the fact that if they don't like you, they don't like you. I'm telling you, there's nothing you can do about that.
You know, Mr. Shaibu, there's something that is making me, that is, arousing some form of critical consciousness in my mind. Do our leaders know that some of these things Nigerians are getting more provoked?
Of course they do.
To what end then?
Of course they do.
Why are you provoking people?
The thing is that, you see, when you do things to me and you get me provoked, if you have human feelings in you, if you have empathy, you'll be disturbed. Okay, had I known, I wouldn't have done this. But it seems in the case of our leaders, they don't even have feelings for their citizens. They don't give a damn what happens to you. Whether you are provoked, whether you are hungry, whether you are angry, they don't give a damn about you.
Instead of you to confront insecurity head on, confront it head on, try to fix it. Monies have been voted, trillions of nairas voted into insecurity over the years, and then we are still seeing, comments like this.
Let's go to the headline, producer. Let's go to the headline. Senate 6 campaign ban in 8 northern states. What we want to see there, Mr. Senate President, is Senate 6 military campaigns to double in the 8 northern states so that security will be assured. Not that campaign should stop. Because it's our right to demand.
Almost probably transcend into from campaigns, stopping campaigns to now stopping elections.
Your primary responsibility is to make sure that there is security for Nigeria.
Are they doing that?
Exactly. They are not doing it. They are not doing it. They are only after their political successes. In fact, this statement in its own is to fair way to certain political calculations.
Allegedly.
Exactly. It's intended to serve some political purpose.
Because in the next moment,
yes, probably I've already predicted. And you come and tell me that I say so. That very soon they will say, okay, out of these 8 northern states, at least election may not take place in the 4 of them due to so reason. So election material will not be transported there. And this state may be probably state with a very large opposition tendencies. Votes. Probably.
So everything is politicized.
Exactly. This particular statement is intended to serve a political purpose. You say, Kai Wale Edun, you said that before. Go and make sure that there is security in those areas. It's your primary responsibility. It's why you are elected to be there in the first place. Don't be a reverse pump Senate. And this is the impression people have on that particular Senate, honestly. It's just a rubber stamp Senate. Everything goes. That's what people are saying.
You know what baffles me about the statement is that sometimes most of our leaders think we're not intelligent enough to read in between the lines.
They know that we are intelligent enough to read in between the lines. It's just that they don't care because they think we cannot do anything. But at least we have voices. We can speak. We can tell Nigerians the truth, and Nigerians will always hear us. Even the attempt to gag Nigerians, by the grace of God, it will not work. Because the freedom of speech is a constitutional right for citizens.
We're looking at it now. If we are to go by the radar there, Borno State will be most affected.
Exactly, Borno will be among all those northwestern states that are being plagued by banditry activities. Some few north central states like Kwara, Kogi. Do you understand? Zamfara, Kebbi, Katsina. All those flashpoint areas in northern Nigeria.
Okay, take it up. Let's see them before we go to the next YouTuber.
Okay, these are the alleged coup plotters, I think. Yeah. Is that one DPA Silva or who? He looks like him, but I don't know. Yes. So alleged coup, suspect plead not guilty, remanded in DSS custody. Suspect pleaded not guilty, remanded in DSS custody. The federal government considers airline debt waiver amid fuel crisis. Lagos court jails fraudster 42 years over 80,000 euro scam.
Okay.
Federal government mounts as ambassador designated to Algeria dies. I just saw this one. One of the newly posted ambassadors, they reported and then died there. May his soul rest in peace.
Amen. Okay, let's go to the Just Newspaper, please. And the sports, the last but not the least for today.
Title contenders. Nigerians eye trophy glory across European leagues. Wow. I can see my star.
Yes, the Lukman is there.
Lukman is there. Oshimen is there.
Oshimen is not in the title content. It's not, we're talking about the Champions League and some other titles.
I think it's not only the Champions League. They say across Europe.
Across Europe, okay. Yeah, you're correct.
Syria A.
Yeah, the Turkish League and the rest of them.
League and all the rest. Yeah,
but our boys have been doing fantastically well in their various clubs, you know.
In sports, our boys are making us proud. Our boys and girls are making us proud in the sport arena and even in the entertainment industry. So that's one good thing about Nigerians. No matter how the leaders try to pack us, we have a way of survival.
Okay.
Speaking.
Mr. Rhymes, I can see that today you are at war with style of leadership.
Not only today, I've always been like that because you cannot make the wrong to be right. You understand? When things are wrong, they are wrong. We can't just decorate them and then give them colors. They are what they are.
Try to paint it what
if
they
are good, we will say they are good. Like yesterday, you can remember, I commended the present initiative over an issue. I said, yes. You said, is it too late, too little, too late? I said, no. It's better to start. It is better to start late than never. Do you understand? So when the right thing are done, we always say yes. We pat leaders on the shoulders and say yes, this is step in the right direction.
All right, Mr. Shaibu, thank you very much for doing justice to the newspaper review this morning. That was all, and that is where we're going to wrap it up on the newspaper review this morning on PMB Morning Show. All right, we shall be going on a short break. And when we return, we dive straight into the topic of today. This is PMB Morning Show. Stay tuned. We'll be right back after this time. All right, welcome back to PMB Morning Show here in the city of Abuja. My name is Tichidi Kenneth, and I still have my colleague and my co-presenter, co-host, Mr. Shaibu Ibrahim. Welcome once more.
Thank you, Mr. CK.
All right, Mr. Shaibu. Let's dive into the intricacies surrounding the decisions of the apex court, known as the Supreme Court, to reserve judgment in the ADC, I beg your pardon, leadership dispute, considering the sensitive nature of the matter vis-a-vis the political timing and lined-up program, staring the ADC at their faces. This has further triggered widespread criticism, stating that there is more to this than meets the eye.
Yes.
Some may argue that it is an alleged political, script aimed at undermining opposition as we approach 2027 elections. Some might also be of the opinion that it is a political calculation to dismantle the APC. Let's hear your thoughts. What do you think, Mr. Shaibu Ibrahim, and our listeners there? What do you think?
Well, for me and for so many Nigerians, what is expected from the Supreme Court is to hear and decide whether to uphold or to overrule the earlier decision that questions mass leadership of the ADC, as well as the decision that led INEC to remove officials aligned with the MAC leadership
That is the listing.
Exactly. But very unfortunately, we woke up to a story that the court entirely reserved judge hearing on that case. So that gave so many Nigerians the impression that why will Supreme Court decide to shelve or to reserve attending to the case now? That left the ADC in a state of limbo, because there are so many party activities that are supposed to take place once the leadership has been established.
You know, there would be primaries that
exactly. There will be conventions, there will be
convention and the rest of them.
So other arrangement, there will be meetings for recalculation and repositioning. You understand? But leaving them in that situation is now weakening their confidence.
Are you sure it's going to weaken their confidence? Or
of course,
it's most likely. I think I bet that is there. Sometimes pressures like this also strengthens you as a party or even as an individual.
Do you know what they are already calculating? They are already underneath the ground, already contemplating
of party to another political party
with other political parties,
like the PRP.
Exactly.
But they denied it.
Of course, now they denied it because they are waiting for this particular. They cannot preempt their plans. Do you understand?
So are you saying with this move,
that plan leaked out? They were not happy. They were not ready to bring it out. That is what political parties do. It's not every day that they will bring out their plans outwardly. So you understand? There are events that lead to taking certain decisions. They are awaiting for this court decision now, so that they will say, okay, fine and good, we are now cleared, we are now upheld. So it's part of the things they are considering. And then there are people that also see that with this proceeding going on and not really yet delivered, uncertainty continues to trail within the ADC camp. And this will further strengthen the ruling party, because it is the plan of the party that they will either weaken opposition party or make them less threatening to them. So with this situation that we have now, it is giving the impression that we may likely find ourselves in an election that features one very strong ruling party against other smaller contending forces that can be unable to give it a fight. In other words, we are seeing a situation where we might end up having one party election come 2027 if the Supreme Court decide to continue.
Which the likes of Benga and Shima kicked against.
Exactly. That is one way. That is one way of seeing it. Then
again, it be possible to run. I don't see the possibility. Sorry to cut. I don't see the possibility of running a one-party system.
I agree with you.
In a complex country like Nigeria,
we will not allow it to happen. I'm just telling you what this thing clearly is showing to Nigerians. But Nigerians will not be foolish enough to allow this to happen. Like I tell you, we are a country of more than 200 million Nigerians. Most of us are enlightened. Most of us are politically conscious. Most of us cannot just stand and watch our right being taken away from us. What you see happening in some other African countries politically may be very, very, very difficult to happen in Nigeria.
Do you see this in, there are a lot of arguments making out the round now.
Yes.
Going on everywhere now. And some may also argue that there's more than meets the eyes to this.
Yes.
Why reserving judgment?
Exactly.
After a long journey of battles, court proceedings and the rest of it from the appeal court, and then the one of PDP was so a little bit quick.
Exactly.
So why some are trying to understand what's going on. It was not quite long. The appeal court passed the judgment over the on issues and borders on the PDP.
Exactly.
But now we have on the ADC now after the Bala Nafiu's case. We're not saying that the judgment is reserved. Why reserving the judgment?
You see, there are so many accusations and allegations and noises and protests about Nigerians not trusting, particularly the election umpire and INEC, and even some doubting credibility of even the judicial system. Particularly because of that gratification we always keep talking about. Every time we are talking and I say payback time, that's what I was referring to. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because Nigerians, the social media doesn't forget. Nigerians always fall back to history to bring out their reasons, to defend their issues. These Nigerians are now do not trust the system as a whole. the election system, even the judicial system. The kind of trust that we used to have over the judiciary is no longer the kind of trust Nigerians have on the judiciary today.
As stated by the former Vice President of Nigeria, Atiku, that said that
honestly speaking,
he had 11 cases or so.
Exactly, against
the
sitting president and won. That cannot happen today.
And he was trying to find out, can that happen now?
I'm telling you, that cannot happen today. Because in those days, you cannot give a chief judge a house or an SUV and he will gladly take. Or you collect all of many judges in one room and then they will rise up and then start singing on your mandate will stand. That statement in itself.
You mean the judges were singing on your mandate we shall stand?
Haven't you seen it? When they came to, when the president came to address them.
Excuse me.
So these are dangerous trends. Do you understand? So this kind of action can be translated in those based on those previous happenings and events.
All right.
So for us, I think the Supreme Court should have at least either uphold the decision, either uphold the David Marks or overrule the David Mark letter leadership or overrule it.
So they can know the next line of action.
Pardon me?
So that everybody will know the next line of action.
So that they will not begin to say, okay, now we agree, the court ruled against us. So who are we supposed to now make sure that have become the leaders of the party so that we'll start our party activities? You understand? It's better to overrule it. Even if you don't want to uphold it, it's better you have the hearing and then overrule it, let the party go and now go back to the drawing room and then select another leadership so that at least the activities can proceed. Okay,
Mr. Ibrahim, I know you as one who is an advocate for timing.
Exactly.
What do you make about this, reserving of judgment vis-a-vis timing?
We have less than only 8 months for the presidential election to take.
Yes.
And when the court says they are reserving it,
it is indefinite.
They did not specify time.
That's what I say, it's indefinite.
Do you understand? So that is why we feel, so many Nigerians feel that it was deliberate. Probably we will go into the presidential election without the ADC feeding a country.
It's a political script. Did you see politics playing out there?
Majorly.
So okay, some might also argue that it may be aimed at undermining opposition.
Yeah, it's all part of political.
Because for people like Akim and Boinga to be coming out, some people of recent times have been making statements that has to do with one party system. Is it that there's something they know that is fishing behind the stage?
It's either there's something they know or what they are seeing happening within the political atmosphere, particularly as related to the activities of the ruling party, is signifying that, symbolizing those. And I keep telling you that even me, the more I look into the political activities of the ruling party on the one hand and what is being done against the opposition parties on the other, I always tell you that there are clear signs that we may run into one party system. Although you are not a proponent of that, you always say no, it cannot happen.
And it's not just me. It's not personal to me. I just believe that we've come a long way in this country, so much so that we cannot be bamboozled by any form of political shenanigans going on in the country today. Exactly. We cannot be subjected to any form of political intrigues today. We are wiser. Democracy is about 26 years old now in Nigeria, from 1999 till date. So we have grown so much. 26 years old man is a man, it's an adult, and we have grown so much that we have seen so many transitions, and we have seen smooth transitions that reflects the true resemblance of what democracy is, which is all about contest and the competition. Let the best candidate win. And they try to narrow us down or streamline it now to a one-party system, as it looks, or looking at the body language of what is going on now. It is not workable.
It's not workable. At least
we cannot degenerate from 99 to 19
in Nigeria. At least not in Nigeria. We want a situation whereby the government should do the right thing for the citizenry, and if the citizen feel yes, he deserves another term, if the party deserves another term,
because democracy is all about participation.
Allow others also to contest honorably. Yes, if Nigerians enjoy your administration, then they will choose the party, of course.
Do you see this? At development dismantling ADC or strengthening ADC as a party?
Well, it depends on how the leadership of the party even though officially we wouldn't say there's any leadership in the party because the court refused to uphold it. So it depends on the kind of meetings that the leaders of the party should be having from now after this particular court decision. If they decide to sit down and then bring themselves together and then maybe probably register a new party, because see, even if they register a new party, they are still there. So it's not like throwing back the hand of the club backward.
Now, if they move to if they move to a new party, for example, PRP now, maybe they move to a new party, and then we begin to say another tussle again. What will you say? What Nigerians will now say, now it is clear that
you know why these things happen? Do you know why these things happen?
No.
Because every move is just like a game of chess. Whatever move you make, your opponent will also counter move it. Do you understand? The current administration, the APC will not just fall aside and watch. If probably the APC decide to join party MBC, do you understand? Probably already there are the ruling parties
stooge.
Exactly. Stooge in that party, more particularly in that political party. So that by the time they are moving in, they will already be.
We start seeing documents that I was the original chairman of this party.
Exactly. Like
the likes of one Don Obina
and
Naman and
Matthew, somebody
who eventually came back to apologize. And was that?
You can understand.
Medicine after death.
You can understand that. I want to see a very fair politicking taking place in Nigeria.
Now, judgment has been reserved. For how long?
There was no statement to that effect, and that is why it is very, 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 very disturbing to Nigerians.
So why reserve the judgment? What is so big about the judgment that cannot be let loose? Within the shortest time, so that we can move on.
After all, for some parties, it has been passed. Like for the Labour Party, although it is in the appellate, it has been decided that the Nenadi Usman should be the party chairman. They even fined the former chairman 10 million naira. But why the interest in the ADC is the question. So
the interest is
they don't even give reason.
The interest in the ADC is not far-fetched.
It's the strongest opposition. That
strong in the sense that there are gladiators, political gladiators,
exactly, who, if allowed, they will change the scheme of things.
And so are you saying that they may not be allowed?
It's not even the party, sir. It's not even the party. It's not even the ADC.
It's what?
If this government can be unseated, it is not any political party that will do it. I keep saying this.
It is the hunger.
It is the hunger. It is the bad policies. It is the pains that our Nigerians are going through. This is a government that came on the inaugural day and told Nigerians that subsidy is gone. That's the first statement, even before they greeted Nigerians. Even before they greeted Nigerians. The moment they ascended the podium and got to the mic, the first statement that ever came out of that administration is that subsidy is gone. In other words, your peace, your comfort is gone.
Why did you say that?
I don't have to say it. You are feeling it. I don't even have to say it. You are feeling it. You are a Nigerian. You are feeling it. We always talk behind the scene. You are feeling it. For 3 days now, you have not been coming in your car. It's part of the pains.
Did I tell you anything behind the scene? It has to do with my car?
No, I just know that you are not coming with your car.
Maybe probably I'm fixing it.
You did not tell me that yesterday. You told me why.
Mr. Shaibu, we're not here to discuss what Mr. You're not here to discuss Mr. Ken or
you know that is why even
let's face the issue on ground here.
Do you know why?
Why are we?
That's what I'm telling you now. Why? You know why Peter Obi? Do you know why Peter Obi is not even disturbed about this court decision? Konkoso is not disturbed. Do you understand? The other David Mike is not disturbed. Do you know why? No. Because of the reason that I told you. They knew that they are not the ones to do the work. They are only a platform. It's Nigerians that will do the work for them through the ballot box.
They are just a platform.
Exactly, they are just a platform. So whether the court decides or whether the court does not decide, they knew that the court cannot decide for Nigerians. Nigerians can decide for themselves.
Now this reservation.
And then again, because they don't want Nigerians to respond, that's why they started by saying 8 northern states, the campaign shall not take place in 8 northern states. That's just script A for you. That's page 1. You understand? Then the next may be, okay, now although campaign had not taken place in those 8 states, now there's no way we can transfer election materials to at least 4 states out of those 8 states, because we cannot ensure the life and security of the election officials. Then
and those states might probably states with high large voter turnout.
Large opposition voter turnout. So there are several pages to this. But in any way, anyhow, Nigeria can still decide, because the decision of it is not just the 8 states that are Nigeria. There's northwest, there's north central, there's north south, northeast, there is south south, there is southwest, there is southeast. Even the southeasterners are crying today. Even the southwesterners themselves, those 8 major politicians that spoke about the situation are southwesterners. So everybody is suffering. Everybody is dying.
It's feeling the heat.
Everybody is feeling the heat. So we don't give a damn. We don't care about the Nigerians. Don't give a damn about politics.
So now, if you were to be the ADC chairman now, Mr. Shabi Ibrahim, what do you think will be your next move?
The next move will be to educate voters, to enlighten voters, voter awareness. Keep enlightening voters.
To come out and say what is going on.
Reminding them about their pains. Allow them to go to election and allow them to go and vote.
How about the issue of trying to negotiate with another political party, as we perceived the last time, even though it was denied?
It's another alternative, but you yourselves, there's so a little problem with that. You understand? They may move to another political party and they will still follow them there, and then create another wahala within the new party.
So the electorate this time might vote across party lines based on the person.
What I would want the ADC to do,
yes,
is to move into a new party. They have their basis. That new party might still have their already leadership, but allow the leadership to stay. Give them support. Are you understanding what I'm saying? Let the leadership of a party remain. For example, if they move to PRP, let them maintain the current leadership of the PRP, so that they will not give any breathing space for any party to come and create problem within the leadership. Okay, we are joining your party and we'll respect your opinion. Let your leadership stay, but we'll give you support. Do you understand? Then, but the presidential candidate should come from the new party followership, because those are the ones that have the control. They are the ones that have the structures on the ground. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Now, looking at it, the judgment has been reserved. It is clear now. Some might be wondering what could be the content of the judgment. Is it going to be in favor of the the current structure, or probably the favor of the nephew Bala?
We wouldn't know, because as a result, how will we know? How will we know? These are the two judgments that will have arisen, that will have happened. Either to uphold it, the status quo, either to uphold the status quo or to overrule it. These are the only two possibilities. But because they shelve it, we cannot hear that, and we cannot know who. And that was deliberate.
That was deliberate.
Of course. To keep wasting time.
So?
Yes, to keep wasting time.
But in the time past, we've seen, because it might not be deliberate. Some might also argue that it's not deliberate. But in the time past, we've seen court judgments being reserved
so far regarding that decision.
We've seen gubernatorial elections and tussles, power tussles. At the end of the day, Supreme Court reserves judgment. I think it is part of the judicial proceedings to also reserve judgment, probably to douse down tension. So I might also say that the whole idea of trying to reserve judgment is to douse tension, because the stakes are high. A lot of people are watching.
This time, the country is watching. Nigerians do not have confidence on the courts over political rulings. I'm telling you, honestly speaking. Because they saw, because of the gathering of the judges singing on your mandate. Exactly. And then up to today, nobody among the judges that have received those bungalows, those mansions, have come out to say anything about it. Do you understand? They accepted their SUVs, they accepted their homes, they have shown their allegiances already. Do you understand? Is there anything wrong with that? INEC has been compromised. Why are you asking me these questions? Is it right for you to start giving things to judges and INEC officials as a political party, as a ruling party? Not as a government? Yes, because the other time we are discussing, somebody said, no, this is one of our Hausa programs, that no, the person that gives the houses is not a member of the ruling party, but he is serving the ruling party. This is what they fail to see. Are you getting my point?
Yeah, I'm with you.
So, sincerely speaking, Nigerians are seeing these things clearly, and they cannot be deceived. That is, they are experiencing the pains, and they are also witnessing the mago that is happening. So, the opposition has two options now. Create political awareness, voter awareness, give them confidence, let them go and vote. At least ADC is a registered political party. We may likely see the repetition of what brought in Amechi to power. For as long as the ADC is on the ballot, do you understand? They may through court judgment still win some. If they are voted, they will still win. That is, if the court can act judiciously. Then number two, they may decide to join another already formed political party like the SDP or probably the PRP or any other.
Okay. Mr. Shaibu, any other thing you have to say in respect to this matter? Because honestly speaking, looking at this issue and looking at the atmosphere and the period at which this whole political brouhaha is taking place, it is not, one may say that it is not, the truth is not far-fetched, that there is some political calculations, political gimmicks going on there. And one may begin to wonder why is it necessary? You know, because
it's not.
Let's live and let's move on.
Is to allow democracy to thrive. Create free and fair playing field for all political parties to grow, to contest honorably. If you win, you win. If you don't win, it might be as a result of your bad governance. If you win, it's because people like you and they respect you and they feel the impact of your governance. But to suppress political parties, to kill them, to create havoc within them, either openly or secretly, I think is not healthy for democracy. And then Nigerians know that irrespective of irrespective of political party, if you are feeling well, you know they are feeling well. If you are feeling the pains, you know they are feeling the pains. The ball is now in your court. You are the one to go and cast your vote, and then your vote will work for you. That's just my advice. Vote
all right,
reasonably.
Thank you very much, Mr. Shaibu Ibrahim. Let the discussion continue. We are going to go on a very short break, and when we return, we dive straight into the second topic of the day that you've heard from Mr. Shaibu, that the reservation of the court judgment over the ADC tussle is one that has arrived, that has risen, has raised some form of consciousness and widespread criticism. Different conspiracy theory arguments out there. People are the apprehension is so high, tension, everybody is waiting. Why reserving the judgment vis-a-vis the short timings, looking at the previous programs, waiting to be attended to by all political parties so that we can move up and then we can begin to prepare for elections properly. Now we are also hearing that states should, some states, the Senate is moving for some states not to, host campaigns. And
not to host campaigns.
And then we're also going to most likely trigger into not even host elections.
Exactly.
And by the time we get to that, means that this whole thing, we've not seen this kind before.
We haven't
seen this kind. There's so much attention, so much strategy that is looking like a plot to stifle seamless elections allegedly next year. Exactly. Honestly, that is my own take. Because if there's something like that, why not just allow this process flow? If you are popular, you are good, you are acceptable, you are marketable, let the vote decide. At first it started from the Electoral Act. From the Electoral Act, it now jumped into INEC, umpire denying or not denying. Now, now we entered into ADC, INEC official umpire interpreting court orders from there, Bala Mohammed from there. Bala, and from there we are seeing all kinds of drama, all surrounding one political party, the ADC.
They are suspending judgment, reserving judgment.
From now to reserving judgment.
They are telling us that campaign should not take place in 8 northern states.
Calling that for it, and then
it's very, very unpleasant.
Okay, we'll be going on a short break. This is PMB Morning Show, and when we return, we'll go straight to the second topic. My name is Chidi Kenneth. Stay tuned. We'll be right back after this timeout. All right, welcome back. This is P&B Morning Show here in the city of Abuja. My name is Chidi Kenneth, and I still have with me in the studio my colleague and co-host, Mr. Ibrahim Shaibu. Welcome back once again.
Thank you once again, CK. Welcome back, viewers.
All right, ministers are appointees of the president, and they form part of his cabinet and are saddled with different responsibilities. However, it's also constitutional and prerogative, and it's so prerogative of the president to hire and fire the minister at will, you know. But in this case, we are looking at the reasons why President Bola Ahmed Tinubu decided to sack his finance minister, Mr. Wale Edun, barely 8 months to the 2027 election. Well, today we are going to analyze the main reasons why Mr. Edun was removed. There's a lot of conspiracy theory there going on why he was removed, and we're going to look straight into those reasons. This is B&B Morning Show, and my name is Kenneth Chidi, and we're going to look into this issue. Let's see, Mr. Shaibu.
Yes.
Why did they remove Wale Edun? I saw a video making the round where, you know, the casket was placed in front of the Minister of Finance with a picture of the, former Minister Wale Edun, and people were signing condolences. And I was wondering why. Was it that he was not a good minister, or was he not good to people?
Well, that particular video, and then people's reactions to it, and then even his staff behaving that manner, I think it's personal. We may not know, because I've not worked with Edun, so I can't know the kind of person he is. And I have not worked in Ministry of Finance, so I cannot know the kind of person he is or what he did.
A white casket.
Exactly.
A white casket.
Yes, I think.
And people were, his picture was placed beside it, and people were signing condolence register.
I can't. That's why I say I can't directly say. But what I will say is that when you see people react to leaders like that, they might have not enjoyed
his tenure and style of leadership.
Exactly, and his style of leadership. But because I don't know him, I cannot just say he's bad or he's good. So that is different. Okay,
that is rather beside the point at the moment. Let's now dive straight into the reasons. Do you have any reason? Do you know why?
Yes, there are some reports, there are some allegations that are probably, yesterday in our discussions, because I did not see these facts and these new revelations or these alleged revelations, I was thinking the firing of the minister is a step in the right direction because the economy was not doing well. We just discussed this yesterday.
Yes.
We kept losing money like $10 billion, even in our port businesses. So
and then 34.5 trillion.
Exactly. We considered all these
things. Distribution deductions.
Exactly. We considered all these things and then justified that his sack was in the right direction. But today we woke up to some reports and some information.
Some revelations
as to why the firing actually happened.
Can we let Nigerians know?
For example, we had information that during the MTEF, which is Medium-Term Expenditure Framework Defense, the former minister was able to make certain revelations. which are as follows.
That's the former minister Wale Edun.
Wale Edun. He made certain revelations which are as follows. One, that the federal government projected 40.8 trillion naira, while the actual trajectory for the budget was actually 10.7 trillion naira.
Where went 30 billion?
Exactly. There are still above almost, I think, a revenue gap of about 30 trillion naira.
So where is the 30 trillion?
And this is serious. This is serious. These are the questions he raised, which make the government uncomfortable. Then he further revealed that even that shows underperformance on the part of government toward revenue generation. You keep telling us that you are generating good revenues for the country, but your Minister of Finance is coming to say that the trajectory you have given initially was even wrong. There was a gap of 30 trillion. That was a very huge.
So Wale Edun is the hero here.
Exactly.
Yeah, is he looking like someone who told the truth?
Exactly. Yesterday we were blaming him for the whole thing, and we are even saying his side was in order. You remember I said that yesterday.
But it's looking like the reverse is the case now.
He is the hero, not the villain. If this report is anything to go by,
he is the hero and not the villain.
Hero, not the villain. Do you understand? There are even some other interesting revelations. There are so many that I can't cram them, so I decided to.
So where is 30 billion? Is it saying that some of the financial reportage and reports we are seeing out there, they are not actually the way it is?
Exactly.
Overbloated.
They are overbloated. They are overstated, so that the government will now serve first in the face of the public. Because if you are there in the first place, despite all this wahala that Nigeria has been exposed to, even revenue generation, you are even weak in revenue generation. At least you will show one area that you are a plus.
So that explains, you know, does it have any link with the $10 billion we are losing at the ports, with the 34.5 trillion naira, according to World Bank, that was stolen from the National Treasury as a result of pre-distribution deductions?
Yes.
So, you know, Wale Edun has come out plain. Is that what we're trying to see now? And then, you know, you see, that was what I was saying the other day, that there's no way you can tell the truth. Whole truth.
And nothing but the truth.
And nothing but the truth.
Honestly.
So
even on the spending, Wale Edun was saying that only 30% of the 2025 capital budget had been funded.
30% of the 2025 capital budget
have been funded.
Capital, not the current.
Revelation, yes. Yes, this is another revelation. And you and I have been discussing here that what had been released to some ministries is only recurrent expenditure.
Like the Ministry of Health, so we have about 210 billion.
Exactly. Only
and so far so good, they've received 36 million.
Yes, which is only part of the recurrent expenditures that can be used to run offices. Do you understand? So he
made these revelations known to Nigeria?
He made these revelations known to Nigeria during the MTEF defense. MTEF is when you will come and make defense on the floor of the Senate or of the National Assembly regarding your midterm expenditure framework performances as a Minister of Finance.
So he was not conservative with the truth.
Exactly. And that makes the powers very, very uncomfortable, because that's a huge revelation that you are supposed to protect. You understand? Already the policies being executed by the government is making life very, 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 very difficult for Nigerians, and Nigeria are not comfortable with it. There is no plus in that direction. Capital, I'm always telling you, capital development, human capital development. So the only plus to the government is that, yeah, I'm doing well, I'm taking outrageous amount of loans, but I'm also generating huge amount of revenue drive.
Because I like what you just said now. Because one was trying to marry, why borrowing money if we are doing this well?
Exactly. Exactly. And that is the revelation that the minister was giving. We are borrowing money. We are not generating revenue. So essentially, even the monies we are borrowing,
there's a popular bank, I will not want to call the name of that bank, that collapsed because they were declaring false profit on paper.
Yeah, wow. Exactly. These are the
and when it was time, when the recapitalization policy came, they could not stand.
So the whole thing is a stunt.
They couldn't survive.
The whole thing is a stunt, and Wale Edun was revealing the stunt.
So what we have been going through is what I call financial boju.
Exactly.
In our local palace, boju. You know those boju? When we were small, I don't know if you know your generation. Did you Did you encounter such?
Like what?
When the Nakama, is the hide and seek.
Okay, yeah, exactly.
Is that what we are seeing now?
I think we used to play this game when we were killing children.
When the Nakama,
so it is now we that is catching the government.
Yeah.
They don't help us to catch them. Because see, they are making very, very unrealistic budgetary assumptions. And
building castles in the air.
Building castles in the air. They shouldn't have been doing that. And in its position as the most senior minister, because the most senior ministers in Nigeria are 3. Federal
and the coordinating minister of economy like that.
Exactly. He's the top.
So he doubles as not just the minister.
Even ministers have categories. Do you know that?
Mm-hmm.
The most toughest ministers are finance, FCT, I think, and
defense.
Another one, and defense. And for the most senior minister of the cabinet to come and make this revelation, definitely it must act the government, because these are very, very unrealistic budgetary assumptions that involves giving untrue statements to Nigerians. So, because of these discrepancies, this exposes the weakness of the government, and the government felt, wow, it is about time.
They are not loyal.
It is about time you pack your kaya and go. That is based on this alleged report. So
that Mr. Edun was not loyal.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's not that he's not loyal. You see, when you look at this thing, pari passu with the recent World Bank
projections and announcements.
Although you know personally, I'm not.
I'm surprised because I'm happy that for you align with statement with the break organizations like World Bank.
Yes, but at least there are reports here. Is even suggestive of the fact that about 63% of Nigerians are living in abject poverty, and this is true. Multidimensional.
Different levels of poverty.
63% of Nigerians. That is not to say that 63% are the one in abject highest level, living below $1 a day.
So we have other percentage.
No, it's not even $1 a day, living alone 50 cents a day.
So we have other percentage that are living in semi-poverty.
We have other degrees of poverty. So by the time you come down, you may find that only maybe 2% of Nigerians are living comfortably. Well, better off.
The remaining 98.
So the 1% are the ones that are cornering everything to themselves. This is also a World Bank report, and it's part of the revelations. Then again, I see another World Bank report that 84 trillion is only 84 trillion in 3 years.
84 trillion.
Exactly. That refers that justifies the statement of the minister. Only 84 trillion have been generated in 3 years.
And out of that 3 years,
yes, and out of that 3 years,
Central Bank is telling us that 34.5.
Only 34.5 trillion remains. That one remains unremitted, unknown. We don't even know where they are.
Come again, please. That 84 point what?
84.5 trillion generated in 3 years, of which 34 trillion remains unremitted, and possibly just disappeared.
Just like we have the unknown government, and we're having unknown money.
Unknown
34.5 trillion.
We don't know where they went to. That's World
Bank. The Central Bank was right.
That's World Bank report. I think, for me, it's even a good thing that he's fired, because at least he's saving his face. The shame.
Those who bought casket and put his picture, did they know these things?
It may be politically masterminded to embarrass him. He embarrassed the government, so it may be politically masterminded.
Arranged.
You can always use civil servant. The government that be can always use civil servant to carry out its nefarious activities.
To what end then?
Exactly. I don't know. That's why I said I haven't worked with him, so I don't know whether it's a nice person or it's a bad person. That one I don't know, because I'm not a staff of the ministry.
Out of 84.
Exactly.
So what we have actually spent in for the past 3 years is just 50 trillion.
Exactly.
And out of those 50 trillion, is it reflecting a recurrent or a capital project?
No. Minister of Health is just telling you that they have just been released how many million?
36 million to buy Panadol.
It cannot even buy Panadol to our primary healthcare hospitals across Nigeria, national primary healthcare facilities. It's a small money to a Ministry of Health, whole Ministry of Health.
Nationwide.
And then why would they use that one to buy paracetamol? I told you that those are the current expenditures. These are expenditures that you keep using as you run the government, as you run your offices. Do you understand what I'm saying? So it's not even meant for buying paracetamol. Those monies meant to buy paracetamol and other medical facilities and equipment are those ones that have not been released to them. And also so many ministries. In fact, all the ministries. That's why they don't work. To be fairness to our public servant, when you see ministries not performing, actually the fault is not even there. How can you perform without your capital expenditure being released to you? Are you getting the point?
Contractors are not paid, and
exactly. Forget even about contractors. There are ministries that do
no. These are one of the it's one of the sectors
because they carry out the
economy.
Exactly.
Because when they are being paid, money spills over down.
They make the
other
supplies.
Levels of
If it is road, they build the roads. Is it? Even if it's procurement, they provide the equipment. They need to pay them, but those monies were not released to them. And today we are even hearing that we are going to borrow 700 billion naira.
So we cannot see why we are borrowing.
What is happening?
But why borrow? Why borrow if we are if 34.5 trillion is missing?
In the midst of this thing we are describing now,
are we borrowing back our money?
I don't even know. Nigerians don't even know. And this is what Nigerians
are we borrowing the money that it's funny. I'm trying to put my heads together and put logic together to find out what's going on.
I think in regard to this,
if out of 84 billion trillion naira, we cannot account for 34 trillion naira.
Exactly.
And then we'll go to borrow money. Are you sure we are not going to borrow our money back? Somebody is not keeping money somewhere and borrowing the country the money.
It has happened in some other countries. So we remember Mobutu Sese Seko borrowing money to his country as a president. I don't know whether I don't know whether we will soon find ourselves in such a situation. Mobutu Sese Seko, former president of Zaire. I think Zaire is now what country? What is the name of the country now? It's no longer called Zaire.
Is it Congo?
Congo, Democratic Republic of Congo. And then, in line with what you are just saying now, another report also suggests that 87 trillion naira in 2023. In 2023, we were owing 87 trillion naira. But today, we are owing 159 trillion naira in debt. Not even today in 2026. The report is saying in 2025 alone. So that newspaper report we saw is wrong. Because the amount is saying in 2026, 159 trillion. But the World Bank report is saying it's in 2025 that we were owing 159 trillion. We are now in 2026. The first quarter of 2026. We are probably now maybe a little more.
So which transcends about 800 to 900,000 per citizen. So you are owing that up to 900,000.
You are making me angry anytime you mention this. Honestly speaking, if I'm among the ones that went to borrow, I would have said, okay, I would have even kept quiet. But I don't know anything about that.
Even though I'm trying to laugh it out, but it's sad.
Because of all these nefarious activities, Nigeria is ranked as the country with the lowest life expectancy at 54 years old. So many Nigerians are dying by the time they reach 54 years because of poverty, because of hunger, because of diseases,
emotional issues.
If you see every 10 Nigerians now, at least 7 are working with diabetes, with high blood pressure. At least 5 are working along with diabetes, because our country cannot even be able to provide the necessary common conventional drugs that you are supposed to get in normal government hospital, like paracetamol, like flagyl. No matter how poor you are, if you want to buy if your stomach is disturbing you, you cannot go to the hospital and get it. Even paracetamol, you cannot go to the hospital. As a result of that, there are so many fake products in the market.
Who is allowing these fake products?
Exactly. So many fake paracetamol, so many fake antibiotics, so many fake this and that, because they know that you must come to buy you, because if you go, government cannot give you in their hospital. So that's why you have different kind of people manufacturing different kind of drugs all over the place. The inefficiency of government in one particular key aspect of life will affect virtually every aspect of a Nigerian life. And this is what is happening to us. I told you a couple of months ago, I saw a boy selling this sachet water. Not in Kano, not in Kaduna, not in Zaria, in the center of Abuja. If you see how dirty, how brownish that water is, you'll be surprised. And even in Abuja, it's not in the suburb areas. In Wuse Junction, Wuse Market Junction. The capital city of
Nigeria.
Nigeria. Exactly. Algae ni, Sparageras ni, Protomatozoa ni. I don't even know what a Euglena village is. Everything is there. Very brownish, I'm telling you. The government, the responsibility of leadership in Nigeria.
Let's come back to Wale Edun.
Killing Nigerians.
Wale Edun has made some stunning revelations now.
Let me finish.
And okay.
Then lastly, the same report says for the first time ever, Nigeria is running 3 budgets simultaneously. 2024, 2025, 2026. This is a very, 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 very new thing to Nigeria. Ever since the administration came into power, they have not been running budgets. So they are for the first time making simultaneous budget for 2024, 2025, 2026. To the economists and those who are familiar with finances, they know what that translates to. I cannot begin to explain.
Stunted growth.
Exactly. Exactly. So we are not surprised that Edun was sacked. And then for me, if I'm Edun's son or Edun's brother or Edun's friends or whatever relationship I have with Edun, I would have gone and say, Kai, thank God, praise your God that you have been faced from embarrassment. Because all these activities will translate to total embarrassment in the nearest future.
Wow. You see now, Wale Edun having exposed and explained this, very shocking revelation. And at the end of the day, it has earned him a sack.
Exactly.
Now, in the same clan, some may argue that rather than sacking individuals like this, don't you think they should be, rewarded or elevated?
In a sane society, in a very sane democracy, that would have been the case.
So why is it not happening? Are we saying that here here we don't practice?
That is because we are Nigeria ruled by Nigerians.
Where we don't appreciate, sanity and truth.
Exactly. Where everything wrong is everything right.
Everything wrong is everything right.
In Nigerian leadership, exactly. The wrong things are the right things to Nigerian leadership. So it's only in Nigeria that we will ascend a public office without owning anything, and not even after the end of it, in 4 years, by the time you are already 2 years on that particular seat, you are already
looking fresh and looking good.
Stupidly, bastardly, wickedly rich.
Wickedly.
Suicidally rich. I'm telling you. It's only in Nigeria. It's wrong in some countries, but here in Nigeria it's right. And the saddest thing is that you'll come to your community and your community will begin to hail you. They knew what you did to become what
you were. And award you chieftains and titles.
Exactly. They knew what you were before you found yourself on that seat. And they knew what you did to become what you are.
I can imagine what is going on in the minds of Mr. Wale Edun now.
Exactly. For me, I'm happy for him. And he should be happy for himself. Because by the time you participated fully in this particular mess up and you went home, you are an embarrassment to yourself.
So are you saying Nigeria should celebrate him as a hero?
For me, he's already a hero. Yesterday, I criticized him. I discussed this thing with you yesterday. I was happy he was sacked. Because some were thinking maybe he was removed based on incompetence. Exactly. We had a report that, competence. He doesn't have the capacity to even manage a local government fund. So in fact, it is the capacity that led to the sack now. It is the capacity, it is the competence that led to his sack. So we're like, okay, no, you see, he doesn't have the capacity to handle the local government funds. How much more handle a national issue, treasury like this? And now he has been, manning the sensitive positions. Exactly. Such as a minister of finance, exactly. Substantial minister of finance. But now, a lot of people were quick to condemn him. Yeah, including us. No, me. Sorry, my brother. Not us, please. Check me a big, sorry. Me personally. You deceived me to criticizing him because you are the one that are posing the questions to me in a manner that I don't gaslight. You're playing the narcissist here. You're playing the narcissist here. You condemned him. I did. I did not condemn him. I only asked a very simple question, devoid of any form of development or negative intention. But I'm happy you are doing a U-turn now, and I think you owe Mr. Edun an apology. That is because apologize to him openly. Exactly. You see, no, I needed to say that. Opinions are not cast in stone. If there are facts that you can now say, I'm sorry, I made the wrong assumption, I made the wrong decision, a good person should accept his mistake and withdraw those statements. That's what I'm doing.
But you're not doing that now.
That's what I'm doing now. I regretted criticizing him. I did not have those facts yesterday. Instead of saying that I'm happy that he is signed because of his incompetencies, I'm now realizing that he was actually signed because of his competence.
And it's
exactly because
his boldness to speak truth to power.
Exactly what I did
without fear and favor.
Exactly, I compared his statement during the MTE,
especially in the areas of figures.
That is it,
and explaining where those figures are.
Not just that. After his defense statement with the MTEF, I decided to compare some of what he said with the report of the World Bank, which even the government themselves are paying allegiance to the World Bank, because it is there they go to borrow
our money back.
I'm not aware of that. So
allegedly, I'm just asking.
Allegedly, exactly, partly so. So it is that same body that is making this report. So when you
all right, unfortunately for us, time is on our friend. Let this discussion let it continue. Thank you very much, Mr. Shaibu Ibrahim. We can never say enough on this issue.
We can't exhaust all the issues.
Yes, we cannot really, but we just have to go. Yes, we just have to go. Mr. Wale Edun, we want to say well done, whatever it is. Take out. We wish you well wherever you are.
You earn our respect.
Where you earn respect of some Nigerians. All right, that will be all today. This is where we're going to wrap it up today on P&B Morning Show. It's been a nice time, diving into several issues, bedeviling the country, as it were. My name is Chidi Kenneth. Do find time to follow us on our social media handles right there in front of you at NikonSat008, and then we have Politics and Business TV.English
on YouTube.
On YouTube. So you can follow us there, like and subscribe. All right, thank you very much. Do have a wonderful day, and see you tomorrow same time on P&B Morning Show here in the city of Abuja. Bye-bye for now.